Hey y'all, let's pull a reading, shall we? I tried to pull a reading a minute ago, but we had a dog in catastrophe, which is what happens around this house sometimes. All right, so I want to see what your person, whoever you came to the tarot channel to look at, spy on, whatever, new person. We're going to see what they're thinking and maybe what they're up to in terms of telling their friends about you, if they're telling their friends anything about you. Friends is loose. It could be a therapist if some of them are so inclined. We don't have a lot of external energies seeking out a lot of professional counsel these days, but for those that are, it's great. It's great. All right. What are they thinking about you? What are they telling other people about you? Okay. Ace of Wands. Nine of Swords. Six of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. I mean that in a good way. I mean, whoa. Why do I have to get all these crooked all the time? That's that Virgo moon coming out of me. I am very surprised, as a matter of fact. I'm very surprised by this reading. There is a lot of acknowledgement of the connection that you have. There's a lot of desire to make better. There's a lot of love, most of all, and there's a true understanding maybe for how much they hurt you and how much you've overcome, or vice versa. You could have hurt them too, but you know, it takes two to tango, right? If one of us is solely responsible for something, then that'll be the first time in history. Anyway, wow, y'all, this is pretty crazy. I don't quite trust it. And that's why I'm not like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, you guys, I can't wait for y'all to come together again. They've been thinking such good things about you. No, there's something off about this, and we're gonna find out what it is. God damn it. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Wands, I almost said wands. I've got a little visitor in my office today. A furry kind. Otherwise I wouldn't be swearing. Oh shit. Y'all, I forgot to plug in my mic. I hope that you've been able to hear me, but you might want to turn your sound down. Sorry about that, you guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sticking with me if you're still here. Okay. So let's see why the Nine of Swords is here. Let's pull that out. Okay. 10 of Cups. On the bottom, we've got Strength, the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups. Wow. They really do feel like the choices that they've made that have hurt the connection, whatever it's been, whether it's been taking a job that takes them away from you and turning it into a long distance relationship, whether it's completely ghosting you, whether it's someone who you haven't really connected fully with, just sort of ignoring you, or, you know, not asking you out, that type of thing. Whatever reasons, whatever thing, the reason that they've done whatever things that they've done to block you, to keep you from being together, they think that there is a much higher purpose for that. Like there's a much bigger reason why they did that. And some of them, I think they have this perception of who they need to be with. And so they're very stuck on that, regardless of how much love there is. They need to find a person that fits within a certain parameter. And that is incredibly narrow minded, but it also might fall within this sort of traditional idealism that they have. And it's for some of you, don't freak out, but for some of you, the sex was what kept them coming back. Now, I mean, that's pretty powerful, but that's not a really good reason. That is what they're thinking. That is what they're telling themselves. The reality of it is, though, hold on. They're telling themselves the sex was the reason they kept coming back. But the reality is that there's a lot of love there. And so they were getting other needs met, but they were telling themselves it was just about that. Okay? So it's okay. Calm down. Calm down, y'all. But we did have the 10 of Cups at the top, and you've got to really acknowledge that as well. They really do have this sort of fairy tale idea, and it came up in another reading yesterday. No, anyway, it came up in another reading where they really at one point really thought you were the picture that they were looking for, like you were the ideal, and one reason or another, will this person ever find their magic person, their mate, the one that they're after in imaginary land? Maybe in like image, or maybe in like attitude, but you can't, like, it won't exist in the whole entirety. So maybe maybe they will find the perfect person in terms of image and status, but they won't be physically attracted to them. In the end, they'll be like, oh, this is the person I imagined myself being with, but I really don't want to touch him, or it could be they find that person. And I mean, what I'm saying is that it just doesn't happen. You have to be in a lifetime. The universe can't give you down to that detail. And that's why sometimes love comes in an unexpected package. And, we know that when we go after those folks who aren't our type, quote unquote, and then we find ourselves falling in love, and it's like, oh man. Yeah. Anyway, why is the 6 of Cups here? I digress. It's early in the morning. It's daylight savings time. Hold on. Got the Page of Pentacles on the bottom. 4 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. 2 of Wands. This is really weird energy for a 6 of Cups. They want to hold on to the connection, and they want to find a connection like it. Ugh, yeah. Mm, mm-mm. I think it's, oh, it is very selfish energy. Like you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Have you all heard that saying? I know my demographic is a little older, so if you haven't heard that saying, it's like you don't look at the teeth of the horse that's given to you and complain about it. It's lack of dental care, right? You just take the horse. Um, you you don't you don't look a six of cups in the mouth either. And I really do feel like do you feel like they're holding on to the connection and not letting you go sort of energetically, even though they don't want to be with you? That could be happening for some of you. And that really is, they're going to catch some really fucked up karma for that if that's what's going on. I think for some of you, that's exactly what's going on. But I think, if you're watching tarot for this person, then it's not roses and rainbows, right? This reading isn't for you if you and your person are madly in love and you're watching a movie on the couch this Sunday, right? Why are you watching tarot in that case? Something is up. So I'm not going to be pulling, beautiful readings of, oh my gosh, your person loves you and all they can think about is good things. And they just want to, like sometimes we have great readings like that for certain signs. This sign's about that person. What is that person thinking about you? So it's it's a little bittersweet, right? Because we have on one end, yes, you do have this most amazing connection that you're very aware of, I'm sure, but they want to hold on to it. But not make it into something real. Instead, they're looking elsewhere to see if maybe they can find it somewhere else. How long have they been doing this? For y'all, where they have been doing this for years, I am very sorry. Because I get this feeling that there's some of you out there where your person has been trying to find your connection for years and they can't find it. And that's got to suck. I'm sorry about that. Remember, Page of Pentacles was on the bottom there. That's going to come up again, I think. We're going to go straight through to the Eight of Pentacles because with this particular reading, the universe gave me future energy with the Queen of Cups. And I know that from the feedback loop between the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So I prefer the Queen of Cups and the future energy. So that's okay. Let's just do it. Eight of Pentacles. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? We've got a naughty roommate here. Hey. Let's see if I can get him on camera. You want to get on camera? Yeah? Come here. Come here. Here he is. Okay. He's gonna shuffle for us. Bless our little deck. All right. Oh, why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Okay. Queen of Swords. Ten of Swords. Yeah, seven or Eight of Cups. Sorry, and I told you that Page of Pentacles was coming back. Told you. Yeah. So listen, they right now in this energy, right now, y'all, whether you're still talking or not, whether you're freaking married to this person, but they've been distant and weird, regardless, they are thinking that it's sort of the end. It's sort of end times. And they're really they're walking away from the internal dysfunction that some aspect of the relationship brought them. You know what that is for you. And they really are working hard to change their way of thinking. They're working hard to change the way they sort of operate. Um, I don't think it's anything. I think it's pretty surface level. Okay. There's no tower here. There's no death card here. I think that it's like, it's like, oh, I'm really working on how I act and behave in relationships or how I communicate. And this is the playbook that I've used for my entire F boy career. Um, and so, what do they do to rewrite or to frame it differently or to go forward and leave this behind? They change the title of the book. Hey, Alma, sorry. They changed the title of the book, not anything to do with the content. And so you might get the same old from them in terms of communication. And I wouldn't expect anything monumental. But they think it is. But they think it is. They think it's kind of monumental. And walking away from the painful aspects of this, because let's not kid ourselves. Even if they have caused you a lot of pain, being connected to somebody and doing wrong in the relationship or having the final say in whether the relationship moves forward or not, which is where a lot of this is, like, that's painful too. A lot of them can just push it aside, but it's still there. So they're trying to walk away from that. They're trying to sort of rewrite this playbook, but they're not. They're just renaming it. A lot of the same actions, just in a sort of different way. Like, it's like, oh, I completely changed my wardrobe. Instead of red ball caps and blue jeans, I have yellow ball caps and black jeans. Hey, still the same wardrobe. Okay. You guys. Okay, why is the Nine of Cups here? Knight of Cups, let's try to figure out a little bit of what's going on. Because they're telling themselves that they're going to be different, they're going to do this different, and they're trying to meet someone else. Right now, at least, I think they're kind of dumb for that, because you could fix this. You could solve this. You could at least come to a matter of authenticity within this existing connection that the universe gave you. You don't come across, I'm going to get on my soapbox now. You don't come across soulmates or, that strong of a connection where you get the Six of Cups. You don't come across that often in life. Okay. You know that, right? Some people don't come across it at all. And so when you do, you really have to, your gratitude toward the universe is not shown by speaking it like, oh, thank you, universe, for this connection, blah, blah, blah. No, your gratitude to the universe, as in most things, is shown by action. You take advantage of the opportunities that the universe gives you. You don't find that and then, push it away. decide that it's not quite exactly what you wanted, the universe is really going to come down hard at you at that point. Like if you get exactly what you wanted, but it is not quite there, maybe it's a little too tall, maybe it's a little too chubby, maybe it's a little too old, maybe it's a little too young, maybe you're screwed if you say no. Like the universe does not like that at all. Anyway, I will step off my soapbox, okay? To think that you could find another connection that sets your soul on fire, but is just that one step closer to perfect is is bananas. Okay. Judgments on the bottom of Knight of Cups. Six of Cups. So we have a little feedback loop within this. 10 of Cups. God damn it, I knew this was going to happen. Ah! Y'all, they might just come back. They might just fucking come back to you. So if you've stayed with me this long and you've watched this for 21 minutes, here's your reward. And it is the foresight in knowing that they might just freaking come back. They might get all this. Who knows? They might watch this video and go, you know what? You know what? That tarot reader, Rose, she's actually right on. And I can't deny it anymore. And here I am. Because all I felt off of this when I pulled this initially was the 100% real, upright interpretation to the absolute nth degree. Freaking unicorn in the background. The Knight of Cups bringing you offerings of love and an adventure in this partnership. That's all I saw. And then we have a feedback loop to answer all of the unsolved questions here. And then we have the 10 of Cups, but real, not fantasy anymore. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. I I really had a feeling that would happen, but I didn't want to believe it. And I think you're probably not going to want to believe it either. You're going to say, hey, God, it's been like 10 years. It's been like 2 weeks, whatever it's been. And you know who I'm talking about. And you're like, wait a second. Now, what made you change your mind? And that's a fair question to ask when they come back. And they should be able to answer that. I was like, what made you change your mind? Why? What is this offering of flowers all about? And you don't have to be mean about it. Like, what took you so long? But you can be a little playful about it. Like, hey, what took you so long? You know what I mean? While maybe you're cavorting in the bedroom. I don't know. But the ultimate response to their awakening is, oh, I get it now. I think I need to go in and grab that before it gets away. You could be dating or seeing other people in the meantime, and part of that might bring them to you. But in the meantime, just from get your stuff together. If you feel like if you feel like you want to get some therapeutic advice, or you want to learn a new skill, or you want to work out, or you want to get a haircut, do those things. It's only going to make you more attractive to this energy. You changing and moving through life in your highest and best self will only make that energy come faster. Will only get them to think about you and make those actions quicker. Okay, why is the Queen of Cups here in our future energy, which I absolutely love? Dang, yeah. If you're the type to get your nails done, get your nails done. get your wax appointments, get your hair colors fixed up. It's not going to come out of nowhere. Okay, it's not. They're not going to show up on your door. I don't think at your front step and say, "Hey, I'm back." This is going to be a little bit more deliberate. I don't see it being super spontaneous, but they're really going to want to give it a try again. If you don't want to forgive them for past events, I don't blame you. But you're watching tarot to spy on them in your own way. So give them a shot. Oh, the sun flew out. Really flew out, like flew out hardcore. Oh, you guys, this just makes me happy. Uh, it's affecting me, which I really shouldn't let it. But dang, we got some spicy stuff coming up here. Spring is amazing, and if you find yourself, drawn to this person, and oh, here we go. I'm not. Oh, I got a feeling about this. Okay, universe gave us the sun to keep in mind. Keep in mind, underline base card. Everything that I'm about to pull is brought to you by the sun. Okay, okay. Keep that in mind. The sun. Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Six of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a little bit of slow and steady, wait for it, stoic energy. I don't know if you're putting that into the equation or if they are, but I think it's not a bad idea, right? Considering what has transpired, it's not a bad idea to say, you know what? Thank you for coming in. I really feel the same way. I'd love to build this life with you, but let's respect each other in how we build this the right way, right? If somebody comes in serious like this and there is this behind it, and they really want to make it work this time, go to therapy with them. Do couples therapy with them. Find somebody good, and do not go to your therapist, okay, who's already biased against you, or with you, sorry, against them. Don't go to their therapist either, okay? Anyway, classic mistake to do that. But so yeah, take things slow, take things steady. I think you might find when you do that, even though it's hard because you want to be like, yes, let's freaking get married tomorrow. Let's fly to Vegas. They might want to do that. Seriously. But don't. Don't do that unless you want it to burn out as fast as it came in. Take your time with this, really build it. Put together some really concrete habits together. Like, make sure that they can have a date night every Friday night. Make sure that they're willing to put the time into learning things about your job, your family. Like, make sure that this, like, love and intention goes beyond the sort of ethereal, universal sort of desire and this feeling, and turns into practicality, turns into real world partnership. Because if you just fly to Vegas and it's just this, you see that with celebrities all the time. They don't know how they work together practically in the real world. They know how they make each other feel, which is great. And they know that they can do things together. But outside of that, can they volunteer together? Can they help each other out when there is a trouble ahead? Can they make decisions together which is huge. And so what you see the celebrities who are only married for 9 days or 2 weeks or a couple months, that they never took the time to make sure that they can figure stuff out together and give and take like that. Yeah, because not you're never going to meet someone who you're always going to agree with. And if you do, that's kind of a bad sign that you might be into a codependent tendency. So if and now we're getting into the psychology, so thanks for sticking around. But if you're able to take the time with this person and really figure stuff out, maybe even share a Google Doc appointment calendar, you know what I mean? But definitely have regular date nights, definitely have, you know, silly things together that are chore related, or if they can help you with something, or if you can help them with something, studying or work or volunteering, or, the practical things. See how they balance their, finances. See what they're invested in. See how much debt they're in. Just make sure that it works. It's going to work. You just have to go through those steps. I'm not saying if it doesn't work, bye bye. No, I'm saying you have to go through those steps to transform this into the sun. The sun's behind you evolving in this way. The universe is like, you need to evolve this way. We know this is here. We know they feel this way. And if they come forward to you and say, I want to build a new beginning, of course, they'll literally say that, right? No, they'll come in with an offering, and you'll see the intent and the feeling, and they might want to set up a second date, right? Anyway, I digress. That's the advice from the universe. Let me pull 3 cards. I don't know why. I just got the. It could be really amazing, y'all. They're thinking some really crucial things that will hopefully get them out of this sort of weird rut. Like I said, though, there's no death card, there's no tower. What I'm saying is there's not a whole lot of their thought process that has changed. Take that as you will. Three cards. Just kind of what's the future energy? Is there any other advice? 5 of Pentacles. Don't get in them. Don't get in the 5 of Pentacles. Hierophant. 9 of Pentacles. 4 of Wands. Universe's advice is take it light. Take it easy. Take it with a sense of humor. You might want to at times be serious and say, hey, you really hurt me. You're valid in that. You're valid in that. But I would have a bit more fun with it. Try to push yourself into having fun. It might have been a while since y'all had some fun. It's been a long winter, right? Have some fun with it. I think this could bring you a lot of happiness. This person could bring you a lot of happiness one way or the other. And universe says go with it. Go with it. Be natural, be authentic, do what's best for the greater good. So if you find something is making you anxious, check in with yourself. But try to have fun. Okay. Good luck out there. Remember that there's no reading ever that comes from a vacuum, and all readings are influenced by the reader as well as the time in which they're pulled. I appreciate you watching this. If you made it all the way, please hit the like button and also subscribe. We pull readings like this all the time, and I try to infuse a little bit of psychology around my own sort of psychic sense of things. And then tarot is amazing. So we use tarot to sort of explain some things. All right. Thanks, guys.